Nothing could have prepared me for the shock of my husband's brain cancer. It tore me apart, my body, my mind, my family, my whole world. People who I thought were my friends ran away as soon as they heard the word cancer. Family members criticized my caregiving even though I was working 24/7 caring for him and our 3 children. Just days after the funeral, people kept repeating, "Your children need you. You need to earn an income. You have to be strong." I never felt so alone in my life. I'd been out of the workforce for nearly 2 decades to raise our children at home. Now the fairy tale was over. Before my husband's illness, I had planned to return to work gradually, but now our survival depended on it. If I became a social worker, I thought, maybe I could make enough money, offer people more compassion than I had received, and heal my wounds at the same time. It took me 1 year to prepare my application, 2 years of full-time graduate school, then another 2 years of certificates and volunteer work to round out my resume. Those 5 years exposed me to some of the toughest realities people have to face these days. I worked with brain tumor survivors who had to sell their homes so they could afford treatment, refugees who didn't have any health insurance, deportees who were refused even emergency help, and seniors left to die alone in their hospital beds. I saw what happens when your health is bad, when nobody cares what happens to you, and when the money is gone. Then things got too close for comfort. Developers started knocking down the bungalows on our street and built mansions. My neighbors who were struggling moved up north. It didn't feel like a welcoming community anymore, at least not for everyone. I had used up half the insurance money and still didn't have a paying job. Will I have to sell everything I own? How will my children survive? I asked myself these questions over and over while pushing myself harder and harder. One day, I looked into the mirror and saw a woman I couldn't recognize, a woman who needed time to recover, to grieve, to get healthy again. I stopped all 4 volunteer jobs, grabbed a paintbrush, and joined a creative writing class. It was time I remembered how to live again.